Okay, shall we start our sixth lesson? Stay hungry, stay foolish. Stay hungry, stay foolish. What do you mean about this quotation? What do you feel about it? Once think of the title, Stay Hungry, Stay Foolish. Why Steve Jobs select this quotation as a title for his Bible? Stay hungry, stay foolish. Why he wrote about his biography by having this name. Okay, keep in your mind, then at last, at the end of the session, you could understand that what to do, what we should not do. Okay, this lesson, Stay Hungry, Stay Foolish, is written by Stay Hungry, Stay Foolish, is about Steve Jobs. It is the biography of Steve Jobs. Okay, who is Steve Jobs? Who is Steve Jobs? Do you know? You usually see in newspapers that he is the founder of anybody anybody knows who is he? Steve Jobs is the founder, co-founder, not we cannot say that he's the founder, co-founder of iPhone, Apple Incorporation. He is the founder, chairman, and CEO of Apple Incorporation. Okay, very good. So all of you have known, all of you are following. Very few, very few are here. Okay. Anyway, whoever is available, they are enough for us. Actually, I posted it in Telegram group so that it will be useful for other classes students also, as their teachers are not coming up with live streams. That's why I posted in Telegram group. Okay. Uh, Steve Jobs is a co-founder, chairman, and CEO of Apple Incorporation, and also he leads a successful life in these software companies, and he is a charismatic and entrepreneur. The words in the textbook are a bit difficult. That's why I want to take a class here through this live stream. So he is a charismatic means is a charismatic entrepreneur, means he is an inspiring personality for people. He inspires people with his words. And he is the pioneer. Pioneer means first person. Pioneer means first person. If anybody wants to start that one, then we call that person as a pioneer. So he is the pioneer of personal computer revolution. So personal computer was invented by somebody, but he brings revolutionary changes in this computer. That's why he was the pioneer of personal computer revolution. Okay, 3 points I told you. He was the founder, chairman, and CEO of Apple Incorporation, and he leads a successful life and also became a charismatic entrepreneur, and he was the pioneer of personal computer revolution. Understand? Three important points about his life. Not only with his iPhone, he started one more company named Pixel, Pixel Animated Studios. So he has a studio named Pixel. So he was the co-founder of that Pixel Animated Studio and also chief executive. He was the chief executive and also co-founder. Okay, so Pixar, okay, Pixar, very good. So he was the chairman and CEO of Apple, then Pixar also. Understand these two Apple computers and also Pixar animated studios. Following? Okay. And then what happened in his life? Why he comes on to the screen? He addressed some of the students here. He addressed the students at the commencement of classwork in 2005 to the students of Stanford University. Actually, he did not study in any university. So how great he was to address the students of university without studying in university. He was not a graduate at least from any university. Okay, so he gave a commencement address in 2005. In 2005 at Stanford University. So after a few points, I ask you quiz. Okay, all of you keep these points in your mind and then answer my quiz. So he gives some insights to the students of Stanford University to lead life very successfully. He wants to give some suggestions, some insights to the students of Stanford University. In which year he gave this address to the students of Stanford University? Following, in which year he gave this commencement address? Okay, very good. In 2005. Actually, he was born in 1955 in San Francisco. These details were not given in our textbook. His birth details were all not given in our textbook, but anyway, just I'm sharing for the sake of information. If you don't write in the examination, also no problem. He was born in 1955, 24th February 1955, and in 2005 he addressed. In 2005, okay, all of you are following. So in 2005, he addressed students of Stanford University. And though he never graduated from any college, though he joined Reed College, which was a very costliest college in the life of students. Actually, his parents joined him that good college, but he was the dropout of his studies when he was in his graduation. So he shared three stories to the students of Stanford University. Okay, all of you are following. Three stories he shared to the students of university. Okay, can I ask you questions? Can I ask you just five questions? First question, he is the CEO and co-founder chairman of which company? CEO, co-founder chairman of which company? Co-founder, chairman and CEO of which company? I told you two companies. I told you two companies. So, very good. Apple company and uh, he is called a dash of personal computer revolution. He is called, he is called, he is called dash of computer personal computer revolution. Fill in this blank. Fill in the blank. Okay, very good, very good, very good. Pioneer. So he was the pioneer. Pioneer means pioneer means pioneer. Pioneer, which means pioneer means, as you are all saying that pioneer. Pioneer means what? Pioneer. We have synonyms and antonyms also in the exams. Pioneer means first person. Very good. Very good, Kaushik. First person. So he was the first person to bring revolution in personal computer. And my next question is, he is the co-founder and chief executive for which company? Which studio? Which studio? He was the chief executive for which studio? He has a studio, animated studio. Okay, very good. That is Pixar. Pixar animated studio. Okay. So he addressed students in which year? Students of which university? Which year? Which university? He addressed students of which year and which university? Okay, okay. Pixar animated, and he addressed students of which university? Mohan Priya 2000, 2000 not 2002, 2005, 2005. Stanford University, students of Stanford University 2005. Okay, right. So he wants to share how many stories? How many stories he wants to share? How many stories he wants to share to the students? Okay, Sriram, first answer is of Sriram, three stories. Though he never graduated from any college, he wants to speak to the students, he wants to address the students at the time of commencement of classwork. So he shared three stories for them. What are those three stories? So Job's first story, his first story is connecting dots. Three stories. First story, connecting dots. Let me write here so that you could understand, and also you need to answer me. Connecting dots. Connecting dots is his first story. Love and loss is his second story. Connecting the dots. Love and loss is his second story. Death is his third story. Okay, right. So three stories he wants to share. Three stories. One is one is connecting dots. Second one is love and loss. Love and loss. Third one is death. Okay. Remember all these three stories. He wants to share these three with the students. Okay. Connecting the dots. And what he wants to say about his life by giving the title to his past life. So, what happened in his past? He was actually his biological mother. Biological. He was born to a mother who was unwed. He did not marry anybody but got a child because that was uh, there were no customs in America following what we follow here in India. That's why she got a child, and actually his biological father was from Syria. He was a Syrian Muslim. His mother is a Swiss American. She is a Swiss American who came from Switzerland and settled down in America. And he was born to them. But his mother took a decision to give adoption to somebody who can look after him very well. So she wants to give adoption to somebody as she was unwed at the time when he was born. Unwed. Okay, if you read your textbook, you can find that. That's why she wanted to give adoption to somebody else. So she found somebody who looks after for a baby, and she thought of at first before giving adoption to them, his parents who wants to adopt him should study in university. They should study in university. That was the condition that she said to them. But adopted parents were not, they did not study in any university, but they liked him very much. That's why they promised his biological mother. Adopted parents promised his biological mother. Understand? Understand? All of you? All of you are following? All of you are following? Okay? Hello? Following? Okay, right, right. I don't see your expressions. That's why now and then I have got doubt. You are all here or not. That's why I'm checking. So she wants to give adoption to them, though they did not study in any of the university. Like what she thought of, he was a dropout from college. He did not continue his studies. His parents joined when he comes to the age of studying in some in university. They asked him to join Reed College, and they spent much money. They are they are well enough according to their riches. That's why they joined him in a particular college, that is Reed, Reed, Reed College, Reed College. Okay, Reed College, which was a great college in those days, and he studied in that college actually for 6 months. In first year of his graduation for just 6 months. Okay, then uh, 18 more months he went round the campus. He did not leave the campus, so he was the dropout of the campus, Reed College. He stayed back for 18 months, though he stopped after a semester. After 6 months, he dropped out from his studies, but he stayed back in college for 18 months. How many months? 18 months he stayed there in the college, but dropped out after 6 months. So his parents were uneducated, and he followed the same stream what his biological mother thought of. That happened, that comes to reality. Okay, so though he joined an expensive college, but he dropped out. And after dropped out from the college, his life was not romantic, means not adventurous. And he stayed back in his friend's room. In all these months, he stayed back in his friend's room. He slept on the floor of his friend's room. And he ate good meal. At least he did not eat good meal. In in a week, he used to eat a good meal because he wants to um, spend life in that manner, because he cannot answer his parents that why he was doing in that manner. So really his life was very pathetic at that time. His life was very pathetic. So he went. After 6 months, what did he do in the college? After 6 months, he joined calligraphy classes. Calligraphy. Cali means Cali. We are all learning root words in these days. So not all of you are coming to the class, but anyway, these kind of words, root words. Cali means beautiful. Graphy means writing. Calligraphy. Calligraphy. Cali means beautiful, graphy means writing. So beautiful handwriting is called calligraphy. So he joined calligraphy class, and he found Surrey fantastic. He found Surrey fantastic means keyboard, letters. So the letters, how he was practicing in the class was fantastic. He thought that when he wanted to design a computer, and different fonts will be given through that. Okay, so I find today 29 students in the class. Though I called, though I called most of the students, uh, nearly 2 to 300 students. I dropped the message in the Telegram group, but nobody was interested. So I find that students, those who are coming to the classes, are all studious and doing all the works assigned to them. Others are all in sleeping state. So all the other students are in sleeping state. After completion of all these days, means all these lockdown days, maybe once again you have to come to reality. You have to study all these. Okay. So studying once again, if I give the class once again, I don't want to go. So you share this information to all of your friends. Maximum regular live classes we can find now onwards. Regular live classes for all the students. Vocabulary classes are a different stream. You may come to the class or not, that is up to you. But these classes are very, very important. So all of you come to the classes. Okay, so he found those font letters in calligraphy class. He found those were all beautiful. So he got the idea of establishing a computer company, and he got the idea of inculcating this calligraphy, different fonts also. So we are enjoying nowadays different fonts in computer. So those were all. As he was the pioneer of personal computer revolution, that's why he gave all these gifts to us. We are all enjoying these gifts like beautiful handwriting through computer. So he found beautiful topography. And here we need to understand that how difficulty he tried to do all these things. He says that his first lesson is, what is his first lesson? What is his first lesson? First lesson, remember? Do you remember his first lesson? Connecting the dots. Connecting the dots is the first lesson. He wants to share with all the students. So, to connect the dots, what we would like to do? What we would like to? We need to look at our past days. We need to look back. Connecting the dots means one cannot connect the dots by looking forward. One can look, one can connect the dots by looking backward. Understand? One cannot understand the sentence. One cannot connect the dots by looking forward. By looking backward only, it is possible. By looking backward only, it is possible to connect the dots. Okay? So he wants to connect his past life to his future life. So he got some philosophical ideas when he was young. When he was 20, he said about so many philosophical statements like one's guts, destiny, life, karma, whatever approach we may follow, life, destiny, we all of us have known, guts. So if everybody has these, they can think of their future. Otherwise, it will be like their karma. It depends on their karma. So they may follow whatever approach they like most, but they they do things for their future by connecting the dots. What happened in their past life? Okay, following. So that is it is his second part of his first story. So he wants to connect people. He wants to connect students with his three stories. So first story is over with this. Now come to his second story, that is love and loss. What happened when he got the idea of establishing a company, that is Apple Incorporation. So really it is a pathetic condition. Dropout of the college is one of the pathetic conditions in his life. After that, he raised by after looking back what happened, and then he comes to a position that is Jobs' second story, love and loss. He got a friend named Oz. His friend's name was Oz. His friend's name was Oz. Following? Following. Oz is the name of his friend. Oz is the name of his friend. He started with his friend. He started with his friend Oz, Apple Company, Apple Incorporation. So Oz is the name of his friend. Actually, they started this Apple company in the garage of his parents. His parents has a garage. In that garage, he started this Apple company just with $2. Just with $2. How many dollars they spent for Apple company at first? How many dollars they spent for establishing a company at first? How many dollars? $2. $2 they spent for, okay, right, $2 they spent, then that became a $2 billion company. Okay, $2 to 2 billion, $2 to $2 billion. So $2 they raised it to the height of collecting $2 billion from the company. So with Oz, he started Apple. $2 to $2 billion they raised to that level. How many employees you know? When the company becomes big, they have 4,000 employees. They gave employment for 4,000 people. So $2 to $2 billion with 4,000 employees. With 4,000 employees. After that, After that, there was a turning point in the life of Steve Jobs. All of you are listening. All of you are listening. Okay, listening. Okay. So he got fired from Apple Incorporation. Job got fired means he was removed from his job. He was removed from his title, that is CEO of Apple Incorporation. He got fired by the board of directors. Board of directors, because he and his friend Oz, he and his friend Oz, both of them were unable to look after the company. That's why they asked somebody to look after the duties. So he turned all the board of directors to himself. A third person, a third person turned all the board of directors. So he fascinated all of them to turn towards him. So his full adult life was devastated. He failed and had been rejected publicly. He was rejected by the people, by the directors of the company publicly. Understand how pathetic it was? He started when he was 20, and when he come to 30 years, he was rejected by the company. He had been rejected and also failed and was devastated. His adult life, 10 years of his life was gone with that. So he was a great failure. He got a very good failure in his life because of rejected by all these people. So that was not completely enough for him. Just that was for some days. After that, he understood that what he wanted to do, what he wanted to plan for his life. Though he wasted his life only 10 years, once again he gathered his full spirit. So he started another company named Next. Next. Next is the other company which is like Apple Incorporation. So it is also a software company. It is also a software company. Next. After he was rejected by board of directors of Apple Incorporation, so he started another company named Next. And in the very next, so after starting this company Next, he started one more company, that is a studio, what I told you earlier. That is what I told you earlier. That is Pixar. Okay. So after establishing the company Next, he established one more company, that is Pixar. So two companies, one is a software company and another one is an animated studio. An animated studio. Okay. So all of you are with me, I think. So after that, when he was in his 30s, he married an amazing woman and who patted him back and who inspired him to do all these things, who inspired him to establish these companies. So really, he has a very good spouse who um, understood him and also who encouraged him to do all these things. Okay. So you all of you, I think you all of you have heard Toy Story. Toy Story. Do you know? Do you know a computer animated film, Toy Story? That was picturized in the famous studio of Steve Jobs, Pixar. In that animated studio, that is Toy Story. Okay, keep in your mind Toy Story. If you want to check once, check in the internet later after completion of the class about Steve Jobs. Listen to our video so that you could understand now easily. I did a video on it, just a 5 minute or 6 minutes video. So once you watch that, then you could understand. So what happened? So they picturized a famous story, that is Toy Story in their computer animated studio. Next, what happened? There was a turning point in the life of Steve Jobs. Apple got the Apple Computers, Apple Incorporation got the software of Next. Understand? Apple company got this software designed by Next. Next is the company of now it is the company who is the chief executive of Next, who is the chief executive of Next company, and also computer animated studio, who is the CEO and chief executive of the company Next. Okay, Jobs. Jobs is the, and now this Next company software was, it was bought by Apple. Again, Jobs got a job there in Apple. Jobs got a job there in Apple, that is to supply software for Apple. Anyway, once again he returned. He returned to his parental home, and he got very much satisfaction for working for Apple. He did not lose his faith. He did not settle down, means fail in his life. Though, though he failed in all these aspects, he failed as a student, he failed as a CEO. So, though he failed in all these ways, he did not lose his spirit. Really, he filled a large part of his life by going there into Apple, and he did great work in his life. That is, he did not avoid Apple Incorporation. He loved that company, and he returned once again to go back to that Apple. So he did much work behind that to develop his software, which will be opted by Apple company. So he worked continuously day and night. There was no difference between day and night to work for the companies. And he developed a very great relationship with all the people because he was rejected by Apple once earlier. That's why he wanted to build a great relationship. He wants to keep look after for the people who are expecting something from him. Okay, so shall we move on to the third story? Shall we move on to the third story? That is, what is the third story of Steve Jobs? He is sharing all these three stories to the students. Three stories to the students. So those three stories, one is connecting the dots. Second one is, what is the second one? Love and loss. And third one is death. Okay, very good. Death. So third story, death. Here he shares a quotation to all of us at this time. When he wants to share about his third story, he shares a quotation. If you live each day as if it was your last, someday you will most certainly be right. Listening, all of you? Very important quotation in the life of Steve Jobs. If you live each day as if it was your last day. For example, if we know that it is our last day, what we will do? What arrangements we will do for our parents, for our family? What things, what facilities we will arrange for them for their future? Once you think from the shoes of Steve Jobs, once you think from your point of view also, once you think from your point of view also. That's why this quotation is quite right to the context. If you live each day as if it was your last, someday you will most certainly be right. Surely, surely, we make arrangements like Steve Jobs. More than Steve Jobs, we will be in a hurry to do the arrangements for our family, how they have to live for their future. Okay, really, he was in his crisis in his third story. He shared his third story. So, what happened? What happened here at this juncture? what he shared to the students of Stanford University. Okay, so doctors said that, doctors said he suffered a lot with much pain one day. He joined a hospital, and there the doctor revealed his life will be lasted for 3 to 6 months. How many months? How many months his life will be lasted? Only only 3 to 6 months. Only 3 to 6 months. So he started thinking that what will happen, what he has to do. So he is going to die. So he has to avoid the trap of thinking what happens to him. And just 3 to 6 months. And he was suffering from which disease? He was suffering from which disease? Keep in your mind. The disease is pancreas cancer. The disease was pancreas cancer. Okay, understand? The disease he got was pancreas cancer. Pancreas is a part of our body, and that got hurt, and he got cancer for that particular organ. Pancreas cancer. So pancreas cancer, and he will be he will be there with life for how many months? Just 3 to 6 months. Just 3 to 6 months. And doctor just coded to him, that is, you go home and get affairs done. So just he has given a flag to him, a declaration to him, that is, you make all the arrangements for your future, for the future of your kids, for your family. And then he went for biopsy. Do you know what is biopsy? Bio, opsy, biopsy. It is a test. They take out a tissue from the organ which got hurt. They take out a tissue from the organ, and they send that for opsy, means testing. Testing. So they send that tissue for testing. Biopsy and endoscope. Biopsy and endoscope. And endoscope. Okay, biopsy and endoscope. So his organs went for testing, and doctors identified, తెలుగులో ఒక సామెత ఉంది మనకి, గుడ్డలో మెల్ల, గుడ్డిలో మెల్ల. Do you know? So that happened in his life. That happened in his life. Not completely hurt, not completely. It is not an incurable cancer. It is curable. After biopsy, after endoscope, they identified, that is, the cancer he got was curable. So curable with surgery. So if he underwent a surgery, surely he could recover from his illness, that is pancreas cancer. So he thought that at that time death was very likely the single best invention of life. It is also very good quotation by Steve Jobs. Death was very death was very likely the single best invention of life. Death was very likely the single best invention of life. So really, he did that in his life. He did all the arrangements what he can do. And we need to know once again one thing, we need to understand one thing from his words, which was shared to the students of university, Stanford University. That is, we all know that our culture, our lifestyles, gadgets what we are using now, beliefs what we have now in past decades, and those all will give a very new approach to the other people, means next generation people. If we don't have cell phone in that manner, we cannot give an advancement to the next generation. So whatever we are using today will be the paths, right paths for the next generation students. You are giving your young generation that whatever path you design, okay, our scientists gave some inventions to us, and we build up our own inventions based on the path of those scientists. Like that, our cultures, our lifestyles, the gadgets we are using, the beliefs we have, all will be followed. Okay, so what he believed in was very great. So what happened in his life? At the end of his life, after he knew about his life, that is, his cancer was curable. So he, up to this, he shared those points, and then he shared some don'ts. He shared some don'ts. Don'ts means one could not do in one's life. So he don'ts, some don'ts for the students. So first don't is time is limited, because with his experience he knew that, with his experience he knew that, that is time is limited, we should not waste it. Time is limited, we should not waste it. You are 32 here now. 32 students are here in the chat now. So the other students who are wasting the time, really they are wasting lot of time. At least you listen to a teacher for some time. Maybe you may listen to some inspiring quotes. You may listen to some important matter which will important for the examination. Okay. So first don't is time is limited, not to waste time. Not to be trapped by dogma. This is the second one. Not to be trapped by dogma means don't believe in any theories, don't believe in that. So time is limited, that is first one. Second one is not to be trapped by any dogma. Dogma means theory. Not to be trapped by any dogma. Okay, understand? Second one, by seeing a quotation or by seeing a theory, we cannot stick to it. We cannot stick to it. Okay, so we cannot trapped by anybody, we cannot trapped by any theories. Okay, time is limited, not to waste, not to be trapped by any dogma, not to let the noise of the other's opinion. Okay, this is the third one. Don't influenced by any dogma. Okay, very good. What Kaushik is saying is right. Not to be trapped by any dogma. And third one is not to be influenced by anybody. We should not influenced by anybody. Others' opinion. Sometimes others' opinion will be like giving much noise, it is buzzing in our ears. Sometimes it lingers in our ears, but we need to know that it is right for us or not. Not always. All the opinions of the people are useful for us. Those are not useful for us. So we need to check once again and once again. Those are all implementable or not, useful for our personality or not. So this is the fourth one. Third one, time is limited, not to be trapped by any dogma, not to let the noise of others. Okay, three important points. And next one is we have to follow the courage. We have to follow our own courage. We believe in our heart and intuition. This is the fourth one. We should believe in ourselves. Okay. Fourth one is we should believe in ourselves. Okay. We should believe in ourselves. So 4 points, 4 don'ts. He said to the students, time is limited, not to waste, not to be trapped by dogma, not to let the noise of others' opinions. And fourth one is listen to your heart. Listen to your heart and intuition. Follow your heart and intuition. Means if really we are the persons of decision making, we listen to ourselves, not to others. So many people will think so many things. So we don't believe in those things. We need to follow our heart. Okay? Believe in yourself is the fourth one. And here at this context, Steve Jobs share a book with the students of Stanford University, that is Stewart's The Whole Earth Catalog. Stewart's, Stewart's. Let me write here. Stewart's The Whole Earth Catalog. Okay. Stewart's. Look at the spelling. Stewarts. Stewart's. Stewart's. Stewart's The Whole Earth Catalog. This is the name of the book. He quoted this book, which was written in 1960s. This was written in 1960s. This book was written in 1960s. Stewart. Look at the spelling. Stewart. Stewart's The Whole Earth Catalog. You can have questions in the examination, objective questions. You can get objective questions from this lesson also in the mid examination. Okay, so better you keep in your mind all these points. And at the time when he was writing, they used typewriters, scissors, polaroid cameras. So they use all these things in writing the book in 1960s. So it was like a Bible to all the people in those days. The book said about so many things in those days. So he quoted, he requested people to read the book, the whole Earth catalog. The whole Earth catalog, which was written by Stewart. So that was like a Bible. So it was like a Bible to all of them in those days. So that book was one more issue came on that particular book, the whole Earth catalog in mid 1970s. In 1970s, once again, 1970s, one more issue came. So a final issue. So they modified something in that book. One more issue came in 1970s. So on the back cover of the book, there was a quotation that is, "Stay hungry, stay foolish. Stay hungry, stay foolish." Understand? So Stewart's The Whole Earth Catalog, on the back cover of the book, a quotation was written that was, "Stay hungry, stay foolish." So he observed that "stay hungry, stay foolish." It was written in a positive manner. How it was written in a positive manner? "Stay hungry, stay foolish." Instead of "stay hungry, stay foolish," he changed that quotation to himself. That is, "stay full, stay smart." Okay. Actually, he saw the quotation on the back cover of the book, The Whole Earth Catalog by Stewart. But here, at the end, he wants to conclude his speech to the students. At the commencement address he was given to the students, that is, "Stay full, stay smart." Instead of "stay hungry, stay foolish." Stay full, stay smart. I think you all of you are like that. You are all smart students who come to the class. Just 30 students, I find 30 students here. You are all really of this kind. You are all smart students. Understand the smart learning, and you are paving a way for your future, that you want to be in which manner in these days also. Very good, Chendu. Very nice motivation to me also. Okay. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Instead of "stay hungry, stay full, stay smart." Okay. Understand these points? Okay. Can I ask you some questions? What is the name of the book? All of you, quickly you type your answers. Listen to me, the questions. We go from the back. What is the book he read in 1960s? What is the book he read in 1960s? What is the name of the book? Name of the book? What is the name of the book? Okay. Stewards, the whole year catalog. Okay. How many don'ts? How many don'ts he shared? How many don'ts he shared? How many don'ts he shared to the students? How many don'ts? Four. Kaushik, not five, four. Only four. Four. Okay. What is the disease he got? What is his disease? He got hurt of a disease named. Can you remember? Can you remember the disease he got? Okay, very good. Pancreas cancer. Pancreas cancer. What is his third story? What is his third story? What is his third story? His third story then. Okay, right. Second story. Second story. What is his second story? Second story. Love and loss. Okay, right. Second story is love and loss. Name of the studio? Studio. What is the name of the studio he established? Name of the studio he established. Pixar Animated Studio. Pixar. So you are all following. What is his company? Another company. After he was rejected by Apple, what company he established? What company he established? Okay, very good. Next is the company. Okay. What is the first film got designed in Pixar Animated Studio? First feature film. First feature film in Pixar Animated Studio. First film in Pixar Animated Studio. Oh, right. Prasanna is right. Toy Story. Toy Story. Oh, very good. He started company with how many uh, dollars? He started a company with how many dollars? Raised to how many dollars? Started a company with how many dollars? Raised to how many dollars? Siva, it is how many dollars? Siva, how many dollars? Siva. Yes, his answer is wrong. $2 to $2 to 2 billions. $2 to 2 billions. Not 2000 billion. 2 billion. How many employees? How many employees? How many employees? How many employees in the company? 4,000 employees. Very good. 4,000 employees. What did he do after drop out from the college? What did he do after dropout from the college? After dropout of the college, what did he do? Okay, very good. Shanti, very good. He went for calligraphy classes. After that, he got the idea of first computer. What is his first computer? First computer. First computer. Name of his first computer is? 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 Okay, very good. Chandu, very good. That is first Macintosh computer. First Macintosh computer. Spelling is also right. Macintosh computer. What is his first lesson? First story? First story. What is his first story? First story. In which college he joined? 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 Very good. It is Reed College. It is Reed College. Okay. So all the points are covered with this. So now you are all good at this sixth lesson. So tomorrow I give you the assignment. I give you the assignment to write and submit in the Google Classroom. Okay. All of you listen to me once again and prepare the notes and then you submit it through the Google Classroom. Okay. Very good. Very patiently all of you are here with me and you listen to me. And now you have got the idea on Steve Jobs biography. Now you listen to me through the video and then prepare notes. Get ready for the exam. Writing notes itself is preparing for the exam. So all of you have to prepare well for the exam. So when they announce we have exams, then you should come up with all these things. That's why regularly I will be keep in touch with you. Tomorrow I announce the time at what time you have to be with me for this regular class. Regular class on verbs, tenses, regular class on tenses. So it is our regular class. Vocabulary class is vocabulary class. So most of you are coming to vocabulary class and those students I find here in this class also. Anyway, if you come to me, you will learn at least a few things what I have known. I shared with all of you. Others I cannot get them. I cannot get them to the class. Okay, I say to all of you, I posted in the group, but I cannot inspire all of your classmates. Once you also say to them that if you listen to me, surely you can acquire a few points. Okay, bye. So tomorrow with the tenses, I come to you. Okay, tenses. Thank you. Bye.